What is happening, y'all? Thank y'all for joining the channel again. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing if you're interested in third gen Tundra content or just interested in my own experience with my third gen Tundra. I have a bunch of videos available if you're interested in quality control issues mostly. And I do a couple of reviews of the truck as well. But anyway, I thought I'd do an update for you guys today. As you guys know, I've been having a lot of issues with my third gen Tundra. Specifically, in the last month, I've been battling a rear differential issue. If you've checked my other videos out, I had the rear differential replaced at about 4,000 miles, and I got the truck back. I think the last video I made, I had already gotten the truck back, or it was going back in because it was making a noise again. So they replaced the rear differential. I got the truck back, and then the truck was still making a whining kind of droning vibration at around 70 to 75 miles per hour while under acceleration. And so I took the truck back to Toyota, and also during that time when I got the truck back, the truck was having issues with the transmission now. It was at a stop when I would go from first to second gear. It would kind of, it didn't know what gear it wanted to be in, and it would kind of you know, shake or lurch forward. It was just jerking from first to second. It was alarming to me because that was something new. So I took the truck back in per Toyota's recommendation. I had been going back with Toyota corporate, and I let them know, like, hey, I had the rear differential replaced and we're still having this issue. Now I have a transmission issue. What can I do to either get out of this truck, or what can y'all do to help me kind of remedy this? And so they let me know that they could potentially issue me a credit of some sort once the issues on the truck were remedied by the dealership. And so I said, perfect. It's in there right now. They're gonna go ahead and look at it, and hopefully they can make this work. And if they fix all the issues, maybe I'll just consider keeping the truck, whatever. Because I really want to make this truck work. I really wanted to keep the truck, making payments on it. It was essentially, on paper, it was my dream truck. I've always liked Toyota trucks. I got a Tundra third gen, third year in production, thinking they worked out the kinks, but you guys know the story. So I really wanted to make this truck work, because when it does work and it's not in the shop and everything is firing on all cylinders and it's working, it's a great little truck. It's a great truck. I wouldn't say little, but you guys know what I mean. And so dealership called me back after a day, and they said, we checked everything, we tightened up everything, the differential's fine, we rechecked the fluid, there's no metal shavings in there, it drives fine, we reflashed the transmission, everything should be good to go. So at that point, I called Toyota back. This was early in the week, and I let them know, hey, I have the truck back, everything's good to go. Let me know what I need to do in order to move forward. And at that point, I was kind of on the fence on whether or not to keep the truck. But earlier in the month, I had saw that a vehicle was coming in that I was interested in, so I put my name down on it. And I also started looking at second gen, low mileage second gen trucks, Tundras, in my area per a lot of y'all's recommendations. And I had driven the second gen before, and I just wasn't a fan of how it drove particularly. I knew that it had a great reputation, but the third gen, there's just no question about it. The third gen Tundra does drive significantly better than the second gen. And also, I couldn't find a low mileage second gen in my area. Those things are getting scooped up fast. So, like I said, I had put down my name for a vehicle that was coming in, and at the time I was also searching for second gen Tundras. And, after I got the truck back, it started to do the transmission issue again. It was jerking between first and second after coming to a stop. That drone whine was still there at 70, 75 miles per hour, which makes me think that it's not maybe the differential, or it is part of the differential. I think it's more of a drivetrain issue. And the more that I hear the issue, I think it has something to do with the engine as well. And it didn't help that right around the same time, Toyota came out and issued that huge recall on the engine. So that 100,000 trucks that were affected. And I think that was just the last straw for me, guys. I really tried to make this truck work. And so I decided that, with that vehicle that was coming in, I was just going to go ahead and get it. Now, at that point, when I had decided that that's what I was going to do, you know, I was still in constant communication with Toyota Corporate. I have a great case manager that I was working with, and she said she was going to talk to her supervisor about expediting the credit. Anyway, they completely ghosted me. I don't know if the case manager got sick or what, but they absolutely ghosted me. Reached out multiple times, left a really bad taste in my mouth. I was honestly considering just leaving Toyota altogether. And but I went to the dealership just to see the new vehicle that had arrived, just to see if that would be a viable option. And yeah, guys, like I said, I try to make the third gen Tundra work for me and my family. And at the end of the day, it's just not a reliable platform. When it works, it is an awesome truck. I really do enjoy driving it. It has tons of power. You know, I've done a review on it. You can go see that review. And I've remained pretty objective on the truck. It's just that this platform's just not it at the moment. I think in a few years they'll sort a lot of this out. I don't foresee them sorting a lot of the quality stuff out. The truck is just not that well made. But it is, again, it's a solid vehicle. I would just wait a couple of years before getting one. And yeah, guys, this last recall just really, the writing's on the wall with this vehicle for me. And I've had so many issues, and I know there's tons of you out there, third gen Tundra owners, who've had no issues, and I wish you all the best of luck, really, because again, and I'll keep saying this, when the truck works as it's supposed to, when it's not falling apart, when it's not rattling, it's a great truck to live with. But ultimately, I decided that it just wasn't going to work for me and my family, and so I'll show you guys what I ended up going with. All right, guys, so here's the new rig. So we ended up going with 2024 5th gen 4Runner. This is the TRD Off-Road Premium in Underground, which is a unique color for this model year. And yeah, just after thinking about it and driving one of these and just touching and feeling it, these are made in Japan. This really does embody what Toyota used to stand for. This is probably their best vehicle, their best made vehicle. And I knew I would make some sacrifices, especially with space and obviously with towing. The fuel efficiency is a wash. And for me, people beat this thing up for fuel efficiency. I'll take bad MPGs for reliability and peace of mind. And ultimately, that's what it came down to. This is known to be a really reliable platform, tried and true, proven transmission, proven engine. I think that for me and for what I will use this vehicle for and for my family, our trailer is not enormous. It's about 4,000 pounds, if that, maybe 3,500. I think this will handle it just fine. But yeah, guys, this is what I decided to go with. I will be doing a full review of this vehicle, and so now my channel will be more forward-faced, or it will be more 4Runner based. But as I mentioned in my previous videos, my intention with this channel has always been to document my adventures with my family and document my adventures going out into the wilderness and exploring. And I think this is just a better platform, a more reliable platform. Every day just a little bit easier. And I kind of fell in love with this thing when it came in, and I drove it, and just for the plans that I have with it, I think this will work out better for us. But yeah, guys, the third gen Tundra just didn't work out for me. For those of you that own a third gen Tundra, I wish y'all the best of luck. I hope that Toyota treats y'all better than they treated me. But yeah, guys, just wanted to give y'all an update, and I'll be posting more content on my 4Runner and our adventures with it. So if you're interested, as always, stay tuned for the next one, and we'll see you soon.